Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel, Sew Stitch Sew Nat. I thought I'd record this Flosstube Extra just to show the FFOs that I've done for FFO Mania. If you're not sure what an FFO is, it's a fully finished object. Some of these were finishes a long time ago or recently. And the first one I've got is Beware the Smiling Dungeon Master. Details, I've got them for the pattern up here. This was stitched on 16 count Ada in pewter by Zweigart with DMC 3799, and the pattern came from Etsy and the frame came from the Frame Company on Amazon, and they do have their own website as well. They're quality frames. Next is an old one that was just sat in a box. It was a freebie from a magazine, Edwardian. So I've just literally put it into the card that it came with. Next one was another magazine kit, and it just came with the outline, the threads, the fabric and the embellishment. And I've just put it into a card ready to send. Next one is All Our Yesterdays. Same thing again. Is it Faye Whittaker? I'll put it here if it's not. Yes, that came off a magazine as well. And then my second FFO for this sale, which is La Finestra del Tempo, is May. My first one was January, but they're all stitched, they just weren't FFO'd, and that's just a flat finish. And Sew Me Sarah did a tutorial for this, which is the one that I've used. June. These are absolutely gorgeous. The fabric from the last one was from Dunelm here in the UK, and this one is from Plush Addicts. .co.uk. Another magazine one, which was CrossSticher 369. There should have been a bow here, but oops, I decided not to put it on. The margins were quite tight, but managed to get it all sealed up. And the closest bit I came was at the bottom. Nice row of French knots there, but really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to having that hanging up. Next one is the Owls, which is also a CrossSticher magazine, issue 288 from February 2015. So even got because the chart was in there. On my Flosstube, which was Flosstube number 9, I didn't say that actually this is a pocket. Oops. There you are. This is a pocket, so you can put your scissors in here and it literally goes around the owl's eyes. And I haven't got a pair of scissors with me at the minute. As I said, this was a little bit awkward in the video, so you can see it's not quite as straight as it should be. But did enjoy it, would stitch one again. And then the little cushion, although I would change the materials and give myself a bit more margin to play with as well, because it was quite tight trying to turn it round. Next one was my Stitch for Ukraine. This is part of a larger pattern by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy, who's a Ukrainian designer, and I think it was pattern 32. And then I've just stuck some more fabric by Plush Addicts on there. If I've got the designer name, I'll put it up. And then this is just come from Dunelm. It's like a Trimmets packet, had all the spring colours in it. Next one is this one, which is a Heritage Textile Heritage, and I got that from Hobbycraft a few years back, but it's just been sat in my finishes box. So it came with the thread, the bit where you hang your scissors on, and then you had to make the tassel, which is just, I think it's ecru, and then some purple wrapped around and then stitched inside. Having done the biscornu, I'd probably go for that kind of a finish on there, but that's not what the pattern called for, so I've done it as per the pattern. Fairly happy with how that turned out. Next we have some more La Finestra del Tempo. You'll see it's the same fabric as June, so that's February, March. And it looks wonky on there, but it doesn't look that wonky in reality. So all these fabrics came from Plush Addicts, apart from the last one on this there. That one. And then this one, this fabric came from Dunelm. I think it was in the same packet as the May one that I've just shown you. But the navy really works quite well with the highlighting the dark colours in here. And they're showing a bit closer on camera than they are in reality. Who would have thought navy for summer? Next one is a bookmark, which was actually part of CrossSticher magazine, but unfortunately the card that's inside here isn't quite long enough, so you can see it's the length of the stitched bit. So I've opted to put it on a plain white card and then just put the ribbon on there. And that was from issue 253. And then this is a little Tigger that was just sat in my finishes box, and I've just stuck a piece of white card on there. Wasn't much else I could do with that. I wanted to cover up the back, just needed something on there. And then this is another magazine one, but it just came with the fabric and the cottons and a needle, not the card, so I've literally just used some A4 white card and stuck it down on there. I cannot tell you which either Big World of Cross Stitching or CrossSticher. Same for this one. There were some embellishments to put on it, but I just opted to mount it just on some plain white card. I can't remember if this is part of a freebie or not, but I've just done the same on there, just stuck it on some card. Fairy, she's been sat there a while, so now she's mounted onto a card. I can't remember if that was part of a set or not, but I think it's from one of the magazines. And then that's CrossSticher magazine again. It's a recent one, 368. So it came with everything that's there, although it's a shame they didn't include a little bit more felt, but apart from that, that's as it came. I think they've done a second one of this now with like a custard cream. And possibly, was it custard cream? No, Jammy Dodger's there. Father Christmas that was just sat in my box. And the thing that I find most annoying about this is the stitches aren't going in there all the same way. And that's obviously before I learnt that properly, despite stitching for years. It's never really occurred to me to make sure they all go in the same direction. And then these little gift tags that were stuck in there as well. So I've just mounted them on card as well. And then this is another magazine one. So you got the card bit, and then you got this bit, and then I've just stuck it on some white card. And then we've got the little mouse Christmas. I think this did have an outline, but for whatever reason I've not got it anymore, so I've put it on just some red card. Sorry if you can hear that. And then one Christmas I did a load of like Christmas things. That's another one, but I obviously didn't fully finish it when I did those. And then my little royal guard. It has actually got a magnet with it, and it's from CrossSticher magazine. I can't tell you which one. I don't think it's a recent one. I've just realised I've not actually done the yellow bit, but I like it the way it is, so it's staying like that. I'm not going to turn it into a fridge magnet. And then my last finish is the Mr. and Mrs. that I've just shown on my floss tube, so I'll insert a picture here, and that takes me to 31 fully finished objects in May, so I can't do that here. I'm upside down. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this Flosstube Extra. I have got some bigger things I would like to finish, maybe some cushions, maybe some more project bags. If you've seen, I did Made to Create a few years ago and turned that into a project bag, and the hands-on design Love Stitching, that's a project bag as well. So yeah, so bye guys.